of Advantage magazine is about to address us. What does that mean? When Louise Marsland writes, an entire industry quakes and waits with bated breath to see what it is that she likes, that she dislikes, what she doesn't want, what she does want. She's not going to be talking about that today. She's going to be talking about using online and social media as an expansion to where Yapi was in his previous presentation. So would you please welcome to the platform the one and only Louise Marsland. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Michael. That's quite an introduction. I'm sure you know one quakes. I don't know why people are scared of journalists. We're human beings like anyone else. We just have a way with words, like cartoonists have a way with pens. I'm going to stand on the box so that you can actually see me, but I might just move around as well because I actually don't stand still. That's not in my nature. Who knows what this is? Quite easy, actually. Magazine, right? How do you use a magazine? You get it in the post, you buy it, you read it. Quite simple, right? And that's kind of where it ends, isn't it? And this is a great magazine. I urge you to subscribe. It's really full of great, wonderful content. But media has changed. And if there's one thing I want you to take away from my speech, it's that media has changed forever. Communications has changed forever. The way we do business has changed forever. And it's not just because of the internet. The internet is an enabler. What has really, really changed in the last couple of years is the advent of social media. It's taken the internet from another media tool, and it's made it an engaging tool for all of us to use and engage with, no matter who you are, no matter how much money you have, no matter whether you're a big corporate or one-man business. You can build a business on the internet in a weekend. Advantage, those of you who may know this community, I was editor there for the previous 6 years, helped build that up from a very small internet startup in 2001 during the whole internet dot-bomb crash. And we built it up with one list, one marketing list that we bought from one of the list companies. We sent to 3,000 marketers and said, hey, we're producing daily news for the industry. Maybe you should subscribe. From that one list, and we still remember who our first subscriber was, from that one list, and when I joined this community 6 years ago, the company's now 9 years old, there were on 15,000 subscribers, daily requested subscribers on a week. Half took the daily, half took the weekly. When I left at the end of last year, there were on 80,000 subscribers across Africa. No marketing whatsoever. None. Obviously, our marketing tool was our news and our content. That was one of the best things. And a lot of people have asked me why I left online and went back into print. Because I've been in the print environment, well, I've been in media for 22 years, and I was in print before that for almost 15 years. Advantage is an iconic brand. And there's nothing still that beats the feel of a magazine or a book or anything like that. I am not someone who will ever read books online. I am someone who gets all my newspaper news online. I don't read newspapers anymore. I only get that online. But I still prefer to read my magazines, and I prefer to read my books. And I think a lot of people in our industry still feel the same, despite the internet revolution, despite where we are. We still feel the same about print. And that is why I went back to Advantage, because Advantage had no online presence. And if the one thing I've learned over the last couple of decades, particularly the last 5 years of being in the online environment, it's that no matter what you do, you have to have some kind of online presence. Because you may not be using Facebook, your friends may not be on Facebook, maybe your kids are on Mixit, maybe you only use email, and that's about it. And you advertise incredibly effectively through local newspapers, through your own local media, through magazines, through your own industry mediums, like Advantage. But the fact of the matter is that the world is changing incredibly fast. 2 years ago, we didn't stand up and talk about social media. We spoke about the internet and how to build a website. Now we're talking about Twitter, we're talking about Facebook, we're talking about how to engage with the community. Because the big shift, and this is still marketing 101, but change has been that the consumer is now in control, that you are in control, that your users are in control. I'm in control as editor of this magazine. The minute I get online, everybody who's a reader of my content is in as much control as I am as an editor, and that is what has changed. That is that fundamental media shift, is that not only am I as an editor who has access to words and who's a good writer and who's competent in putting my opinion across and has had media vehicles to do so, from newspapers to magazines to radio, etc., in the course of my career. I'm not the only voice anymore. I don't have to be a trained journalist. any one of you, through your blogs, through your profiles, through any kind of online interaction, you can have an audience of thousands instantly, and that is a change. And that is why no matter what you do, you have to start getting online.